All right, while I'm waiting on Lori to get home, we're going to cut this hinge down. That's going to go on the door. It's just a stainless steel piano hinge. And the back of the camper is, well, the opening there is 34. And I want the hinge to sit inside the opening, just below it on the truck bed. So I'm just going to cut it 33.5 and get these holes drilled in it. Just go cut it on the bandsaw. Guess I could put the same holes on the other side. Now the camper's on, Lori's going to deploy the ladder. Let's see how it works, Lori.
The new and improved ladder?
Yeah, the new and improved ladder sliders.
All right, let's see. I haven't tried it yet. Wow.
Pretty smooth now, huh?
Yeah. Wow. That is a huge difference. But I have to see how easy it is to get back in.
Well, we moved the pivot away from the frame here, so now it pivots farther away from the door. So that's going to be a huge difference already. Now all you got to do is make a door. So let's do that next. You want to put it away?
Yeah.
Let's see if you can notice a difference.
Well, I could never do it before.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it before.
Yeah, it was so difficult. It's just weird how difficult it was.
And there's your stop right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yay! Now the door.
All right, so we just lined up the hinge. It's gonna go like this. And we just marked it so it's ready to drill out. So the hinge will go like that. And then the door will go up here. And there it will be closed. And there it will be open.
You said that's the idea, right?
Yeah, let's hope it works.
Well, it's going to work one way or another, right?
Okay.
All right, let me drill these. I hate doing these because it's hard to drill them exactly square, but well, how's that look there, Lori?
That looks pretty square. Your bit's bent.
Yeah, there's 2 layers in here. That's the problem. Because you got the flatbed layer in there too.
All right. Mm-hmm.
That one must have hit it at an angle, so you might have trouble with that one.
That one, did it go all the way through?
I don't know. It's only a 1/2 inch 6/32, so I think that'll be enough space.
Yeah.
We'll do this one, then we'll go back to the first one. Just don't want to break the bit off. So much fun when you break it off in this hole right here. There we go.
What about that middle one? Is that one?
I think that one's deep enough. We'll find out here. Does it look like it lines up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's tap them. See if I can keep from breaking this little tiny tap off in here. Hope I don't run into any bind. Okay, just take it out of there.
How far does it have to go in?
Well, the screw is a 1/2 inch. Doesn't have to go in super far because, I mean, it's only holding on this little tiny hinge. The more you tap, the better. And this is just aluminum, so turn the ratchet on.
Oh, I didn't know it did that.
I could put this on the drill and try to power tap it, but boy.
No, I wouldn't, because that's risky. If you mess it up, don't you think?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go grab one of those 632s and a Phillips screwdriver off the bench. Huh? You know where they are?
No. Put off one. This one too pointy for it? Because it's a very small one.
Well, a number 2 screwdriver should do it. Number 2 Phillips. I don't think that's a number 2. But try it in here and see if it works. See how much resistance you get here. I think that's probably good. Yep, perfect. All right, that's gonna work. Okay, now all you gotta do is what? 6 more? 1, 2. Yep. Okay, everybody loves fails. There's a broken tap. So we were tapping the middle one right here, the one that was kind of funky when we drilled it. We got, I don't know, maybe 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch in there, and I wasn't even twisting it hard and just broke off, so obviously it was bound in there. So back to the store to get another tap if we can find one. I don't know if somebody has a 632 on the weekend or not. Okay, we're back at it. Got a new tap. This is a steel tap from Home Depot. They had one. So back to the tapping. This, we got all the way to here. This isn't as deep as, doesn't have as many threads in it as we want, but just gonna have to work with it. And at least it's not ruined. So these 3, and then we'll come back and put the hinge back on. Help if I drilled the hole big enough first. I guess 1/8 inch isn't it. See how that fits. Well, you know what? Don't put that middle one. Start down there on your end, because this middle we'll probably have to cut that one down because it's too long. Just loose. Till we get them all in there. Let's see how we got it lined up here. Okay, put those in too. You might as well put one in the middle. You just don't have it tightened up all the way. Oh, they all lined up. Good. Let's tighten them down and see.
They're not exactly lined up that way, though.
Yeah, well, we'll get it close.
But that's the one.
They all tighten down though without binding. That's the thing I want to know. Do I have to tap that hole even, deeper? there's 2 down there. So they're still a little proud of the top there, huh? That's because that hole needs to be recessed that's underneath of it. You know, for it to go in there farther. You know, actually in the panel. So I'll have to get the drill out and chamfer that hole. You know, so they sit down a little bit in there farther. But we got the alignment across the top good. Let's see. Yep, doesn't interfere with the ladder. So you can see how that step hits coming out. It's too thick on the back side, so we're gonna have to grind that back side down. See it? See how it hits right there? We're gonna ramp that off too a little bit. See it? So we'll grind that back end of that off just a little bit. All right, anyway, let's take that back off and then I'll chamfer those holes a little bit deeper. So we chamfered the holes a little more and also the ones in the hinge. See if that sits down a little bit better. It's a little nicer, huh?
That one's off.
Yeah.
But that's all right. We're not professionals.
Oh my.
I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah, you are.
So we're not going to do the Loctite till actually you get the door on. And then we'll do that.
Yep, that's right.
That one is not going to work.
That one's not going to work?
Well, I mean, you have to cut it.
Well, yeah. Hey, look at there. That's pretty nice. I need the wrench for that, huh? Is there one on the wall that's that size? And those over there? See that up on the wall there? So what's that smallest size wrench there? Is that the right size?
I think so.
Let's drop another one in there. You have the Phillips, number 2 Phillips screwdriver. A little bit more on that one. Might help if I put a knot on there, huh?
What are you doing here? Oh my God, you were trying to do it.
Here, put that wrench on that back.
Oh, that's nice.
Let's try this middle one. Oh, I put that one on there. Holy moly. All right, let's drill the rest of them.
We only have a few more.
Yep. Can't seem to get that one started. There it goes. Gotta cut that middle one down.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Okay.
These are a little proud still, but better. That's got to get cut down. These are pretty good. Those all look good there. Now we have to mark where the hole is.
Ooh, that's tricky.
How do you think? You like that though? That's going to work good, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Slap it down, pull out the ladder, just like that. Close it up, tighten up the bolt. All right, let's try to mark where this hole's gonna be. Let's see if it's right.
I was gonna say we could. Yeah.
Go ahead and mark your end.
Mark my end.
Yeah, mark it. And then you measure it in from that mark. See it? See where your mark is? And get your little ruler here. We'll measure it in. You'll have kind of a guess. Mine is, the center of that hole is 5/8 it looks like. from the center of the hole to the center of that black line. So put it on 5/8. There it is. You want to try yours?
Nope, you're gonna do it.
Oh, okay. So if I screw it up, it's okay. All right. So from the center of this black line that you made to that center of that hole is basically 5/8 again. Just a tad under 5/8. So we'll just mark that. Nope. And it looks like I can measure up from this flatbed right here to the center of the hole, because that's the bottom of this piece of metal, and it's 1 inch up. And this is exact same on this side. Take it off and drill it.
That makes me scared.
I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a drill hole in this first at 5/16. The bolts going through are 1/4 inch, but because of that hinge going up and down, that bolt has to line up, you know, straight in the frame. I want to put a little bit of wiggle room for that bolt to line up, and it's going to be on a little retention washer, so it'll stay in this panel when it folds down. But when you fold it back up, it can go side to side slightly and up and down in a slot, so it'll be easier to line up with that threaded hole.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to drill a hole 5/16 right here where we marked it, and then we'll take it over to the Bridgeport and just create a slot in there with just a 5/16 milling cutter. Just put a pilot hole in it first. Where's my center punch? Okay, we'll even this up in its length here. This has got more material on this end than this one does, so we'll even it up after we're done. Okay, now we got the door done. See if I can focus in on this spring washer. Okay, I got these little spring washers from McMaster Car, and this is to help retain the bolt in the door. So the bolt can, you know, the knob can move around up and down, you know, things like that, but won't fall out when you know, and we'll lose it when we open up the door. So I'm going to put this in the panel, put this in the panel, then shove this washer over it, and these little teeth there will hook into the threads, and just focus in on that. Little teeth will hook into the threads and retain the bolt in there. Here, push that other bolt in over there. So compress it down.
Mine's like tight.
Yep. So take it out. Okay, it needs to go down a little bit more.
Yours is super loose, isn't it?
Well, it's because your washer's probably all the way down, right? Your retention washer's probably pushing against the thing.
Probably. It feels
Yep.
good.
As long as it goes in and out, they're okay. Now open it up. Drop it down. There. Now the bolts will stay in there.
Yay. See, it's binding.
Yeah, it's because the washer's down at the base. Just turn it backwards one time, line up the bolt, and then twist it in. Just like that. Is that in all the way? I don't think you got to twist it in.
It's too tight.
Let me see.
So now we got all of the screws in with Loctite.
Yeah. Looking good. Let's give it a try. Still got to grind the back of that step off. But other than that, see that one? That second step needs ground off too. See how it bumps right there? All of them kind of give a little little bump because they hang down too far. And that's the stop.
Hey, you're...
Oh crap, I'm hitting the camera.
There you go.
And line them back up with their holes. I would have preferred quarter turns, but they don't have these panel quarter turns in a blind panel. So I'd have to cut the inside of that tubing all apart to rivet a quarter turn in. So this will work.
All right, I think it's all finished. What do you think? Let's check it out. Okay. There we go. You got done with, what'd you had?
You're grinding most of the back of the stuff. They still hit a little bit.
Not bad at all. And I'll put it back up. See how nice it slides in? Nice, look at that. Super, job well done.